Yellow. Instinctively, we hate seeing people who feel worthy, especially when we don't ourselves. It makes us think, why them and not me? But on the contrary, a man who feels unworthy, he is genetically being told that his genes are not meant to reproduce. And what are the dangers of that? Here's the dilemma. We chop at everyone who chooses to sparkle, but if we ourselves feel undeserving of, say, love, that person will become aggressive and wish to rip everything apart, or on the other hand, become deflated with this instinctive feeling of, I do not deserve to reproduce. Where does that lead that person from there? This is dangerous because the hard-hammering workers who smash the world back together, each seam at a time, they no longer feel a motivational drive to contribute. They just want to hurt everybody, if not themselves. This is why I'm so adamant about this subject. People are getting lonelier. If this reaches a critical mass, who knows what is to happen? Will the clockwork of our world cease to tick if this does? If true, a shift has to now occur, where these men are both non-judgmental, but also understand what it means to harmoniously attract a mate without disrupting the social ecosystem. This is a far greater deal than one usually expects. Often we belittle it, but the reality is, the game of life is boiled down to survive and reproduce. The ability to be selected by gaining status, contributing to this clockwork infrastructure, it's part of what keeps us from starving and helps us survive way more effectively than our predecessors did. How do we help these people then? Wisdom. All of this can be fixed in a way few have considered. All we do is blame each other and cling to victim narratives. You don't have to worry about securing a mate if you have the right emotional and mental disposition. Everything in this reality is heavily mental. From fighting to other disciplines like cooking, to what the opposite sex looks for when securing a mate. Mental consistency by virtue of having a strong mental frame. Non-judgment by virtue of accepting what is, thus doing what is necessary. Competency and an aura that makes the world around you feel safe, which is perhaps the most important. Vibe. Everything you do and consume adds to your vibe, and the opposite sex possesses an intuitive feeling of who you are even before you fully express yourself. If you stop watching pornography, if you stop belittling yourself masturbating, if you can retain a strong and disciplined approach to your vibe, you will be attractive regardless of what you look like. Now, of course, this is all very hard to do, and most men will hate that you now sparkle, but you have to trust in calm. In civilized society, if you are a good man with basic self-defensive skills, abilities, you never have to worry, you never have to feel unsafe carrying yourself with dignity and self-respect. So then, what will this accomplish? You will stop rewarding degenerative behavior, and women intuitively will be more rewarded for their intellects. Simply put, you will just feel a lot better. You will be attractive. A needy and depressed individual is someone who looks like they are failing at societal hierarchies, and this makes them very unattractive. And quite frankly, everyone being insecure amidst our social media culture, it makes it hard for anyone to respect themselves anymore, to feel a sense of status, even though you're an honest contributor to society. You should, it's your birthright. All you need is more control over your mind, and the things you'll want will be yours by virtue of the strong, healthy aura you cultivate. Many of you cannot see this part yourselves, it's fine. Say it's all these outside things that make an individual attractive, but no, those are justifications for the vibe, whereas if you just have the vibe, if you just cultivate the right one, making good decisions for your life, you'll find out that it's true. This aura thing is true. These understandings have to be integrated into society because we can't have a world of unselected men. Most men are perfectly fine, it's just they don't do the right things to make themselves attractive. And if they do continue to go unselected, it risks the longevity of our society. But you don't have to force women to do anything. Most of them just want a normal person. Being bitter and negative and blaming them for everything, it will not help that. This can't continue. It risks the longevity of our society. And quite frankly, I can't see women being taken advantage of and ending up single mothers. And I can't see good men emotionally and mentally destroyed by their feelings of unworthiness. Respect and love are the cornerstone of these understandings. First to love and respect yourself, then to extend these feelings forward. Doing this without attachment to outcome. In doing so, the love and magic you invite into your life will make it seem effortless. Don't judge women. Change yourself and the world around you will change as well. I promise. Everything that was meant for you was all already there. You were just getting in the way of your own blessings, and it's not even your fault. No one told you. No one told you things could be beautiful for you too. They told you were short, you were bald, they told you you were ugly, you didn't have enough money. But there are plenty of examples of people doing just fine who don't have these things. It's the aura. That's what you need to fix, and you do it by making healthy decisions. If you change yourself, I promise, everything that was meant for you all along was already there. You were just getting in the way of your own blessings, and it's not even your fault. No one told you. No one told you how wonderful life could get. It can. From my heart and before God, I promise. It can all get better if you work on yourself, if you work on your aura. It can get way better than you thought possible. Just have faith, if not in a higher power, at least in yourself. Because regardless of what the world says, if a man like myself can feel worthy, I see the same magic in you too. Thank you all for watching. I love you all. And until next time, peace.